Bell Tire presents Hoop It Up on WSBT-22 with Pete Byrne and Carl Deffenbaugh.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Hoop It Up. Pete Byrne, Carl Deffenbaugh. And here we are after tonight, Carl. Just 2 weeks left in the regular season before we're talking playoffs with the guys. And conference titles really starting to come into play.
That's for sure, and especially in the NIC here close to home, only one undefeated team left in the conference. It's been hard fought, though. Washington, the Panthers had to survive some late drama, a game-winning shot at Riley on Tuesday night. Perhaps a bit of a break tonight against the cellar-dwelling Bremen Lions, and it was all Panthers to start. Off the turnover, Lorenzo Glass coming right at you to Anthony Brazier finishes. He had that game winner on Tuesday and still obviously feeling it 3 days later. Washington was up 21-3, but the Lions were without their best player, Ryan Topper, tonight, trying to keep it respectable as Matt Box drilled a three from the top of the key. But Washington just too many weapons. How about the quicks there from Brian Givens? Panthers win 79-46. So Washington, a perfect 10-0 in conference play.
All right, check this out. The NFL sent gold footballs to every high school of a Super Bowl champion this week in honor of the 50th anniversary. That's John Gruden's ball. Now resides at Clay High School. The Colonials presented the ball of their game at halftime with Marion. Marion, of course, second in the NIC, and off and running here. Michael Hemingway splits the defense, scores, and he's fouled. Marion already up 10 early. So Clay looks to Cameron Warren, hits the tough runner from the baseline, gets a little home court bounce there. But Jair Rogers, we've seen him do so much this year, slicing through the entire Clay defense and kicks it out to Matt Barnard for three. Knights go up 15 in the first quarter. They win this one 75-54. They remain one game back of Washington. Big showdown coming up soon between the two of them.
Final game of the regular season.
That will be fun. One game back of Marion. Elkhart Central also in the hunt for the title. Close game tonight at Penn. Adonis Brown drives into the paint and scores in traffic. Central goes up by one. But in the final minute of the game, Matt Truell is at the line for Penn. Chance to tie the game with a few ticks left, and he does just that, so we are going to overtime. Here we go. The ball is tipped, and eventually it's going to be Truella again. Puts it on the floor, takes it all the way down to the low block, and eventually scores to put Penn up two. They would score their final 9 points at the free throw line, and they win in overtime 51-45. Central's third loss in the conference means the NIC now a two-team race.
Pretty exciting down to the finish. Mishawaka, meanwhile, has dropped 3 in a row since that guy, Peyton Staples, had a season-ending injury. Taking on Milt Cooper's bunch at Adams tonight. The Eagles were up 5 at halftime. Luke Shively with a strong drive, just backing down his man. That would make it a 4-point game, 34-30. But Adams turning up the heat defensively. Walter Ellis pokes the ball free, and the outlet to Sean Godwin. Eagles up 9 at that point. Then this time is Brandon Wadley applying the pressure as he just rips that ball away, and he'll finish things off himself. Pretty play as Adams holds off Mishawaka 59-51.
A little west of here, New Prairie hosting South Bend Riley. Wildcats Cougars. Fair fight in the wild, but not on the basketball court. Shamar Dillard off the mark, but Reantre Lawrence takes the rebound away. Sweet pass back to Dillard for the bucket, and Riley is off and running. New Prairie looking to answer on the other end, and they kick it out to Bryce Blood. Cold-blooded from the outside, knocks down the three as New Prairie does their best to hang, but Riley can run in this game, and they know it. Riley and Grundy, the outlet to Lawrence. They can foul him, but they don't stop. And the basket and the foul, Riley wins 73-57.
Get ready for this finish out at Glenn. St. Joe hanging around the top of the conference. They're 7-3 in the NIC this year, and it was a great game in Walkerton. Glenn up 3 under a minute to play, but Samuel Quinn, the putback plus the foul, and that would tie the game at 50. Coming back the other way, Alec Runyon with a pull-up from about the free throw line. Glenn retakes the lead, 52-50. So the Indians need something here. Mark Madden gave it up just to get it right back. A 3-ball from the corner, and he got it. St. Joe leads by 1, but here things get a little wacky. The Falcons driving, no call. Then there's an inadvertent whistle. You heard it there. St. Joe gets the rebound, eventually gets fouled and hits the free throws. So they lead by 3. The Falcons obviously not pleased with that chain of events, so they need a prayer after that, and it would go unanswered. Madden's big shot plus some interesting finish there as well. The difference as the Indians take down Glenn 55-52.
So that takes care of the NIC. It's shaping up for that Marion-Washington showdown. Meanwhile, We've got a showdown in the final night of league play in the Northern Lakes. Warsaw can clinch the league title with a W. They're undefeated.
And standing in their way tonight, though, Plymouth, who can get a share of the league title by beating Warsaw tonight.
And should they do that, it would also bring Northwood back into the picture because they've also got one loss. You'd create a potential three-way tie. So, of course, for this one, packed house at the Tiger Den. This is one of the best rivalries in northern Indiana with so much on the line tonight. And early on, Plymouth up to the task. Josh Anders drives, scores. Andy's fouled. Plymouth up by a bucket after the first quarter. But then Warsaw completely shuts them down. Paul Mangus drives baseline and scores. The Tigers would allow just 5 points between the second and third quarter combined.
Wow.
That's some defense. Now it's a long two for Paul Marindot. He had 16 points. Warsaw goes on to win this one 46-30, so they clinched the NLC.
Impressive defense. So no chance for Northwood to claim a share of the title. They didn't know that going into the game tonight at the pit, taking on Memorial. First quarter, Luke Zerker dishes to Trey Belinsky down low, and that's a tie ball game in the early goings. The Panthers running great offense here. Zerker's shot would not fall, but Vincent Miranda muscles a rebound away from the defender, puts it back for two. And then we fast forward to the end of the quarter. Memorial's Hank Smith loading up from long range. Who knew the bank stayed open late in Napanee on a Friday night? Chargers down one at that point, but Northwood would pull away 49-36. The Panthers finish in second place in the NLC.
No shame in that. They're one of the top-ranked teams of 3A. They'll be tough in the sectional. A couple other winners in Indiana pass along. Goshen over Wawasee, Northridge 53-34 for Concord, Tippy Valley, Westview, Rochester, also winners. All right, we're going to take a quick time out here, but we've got lots more coming up tonight on Hoop It Up. Conference